Hey guys, it's Intuitive Investor at StockTwits. Wanted to do a 6-month update on Citron Research just to kind of see how they're doing and what they're doing. As you know, in 2017, they called a number of short calls, and I did a video on them to evaluate their performance. For those that did catch that video, you would have known that he would have been accurate only 17% of the times, which is just a very low number. It's horrendous. I don't know that anybody could ever keep their job if they continue to perform at that level. So really, I'm going to get down to it and skim through some of his calls for this year of 2018. The first one was January 25th, where he had short called Exact Sciences. This is the second time around. He'd already short called them last year and failed, and this year he's decided to go ahead and double down with them. He's alleging three different reasons why he's short calling them. One is the test growth is failing on a cancer medication. Even though their guidance was at Q3 was 150, they produced 161,000 samples, and according to him, because they didn't blow the guidance out in double-digit form, that's one of the reasons why. Second reason was pricing pushback. Meaning that whatever they're predicting they're going to be able to get for the medication is nowhere near what they are really going to end up getting in the long run. Third reason why he's short calling them is the technology is moving over to liquid biopsies, and he thinks that Exact Sciences is behind the ball on that one. The price on the date of release back in January was at $59.48. 1 month later, after his short call, price had dropped down to $42 and change. Today it's back to $60.56. So obviously, rinse and repeat. I mean, this is the pattern. He says something about a company that is unfounded, prices drop, everybody realizes that they've been bamboozled, and then they buy back at a cheaper rate. So it's kind of like a win-win for everybody. But he's still, it's still unethical. I still consider it stock manipulation. But the SEC obviously doesn't give a rat's ass. March 27, he started to tackle Twitter. He started to short call Twitter, which is interesting because prior to this, they were bullish on Twitter. And all of a sudden, the whole Facebook debacle came about. And all of a sudden, he became like the defender of America, where now he was absolutely short on Twitter, indicating that because of the Facebook, Twitter makes the majority of their money selling user data, and that this would impact their profits immediately. So they predicted $25 drop in the short term. I believe then it was around 31 and change. Today it's at 32.63. So obviously it never dropped to the $25 range. So guess what? He was wrong again. So 0 for 2 for 2018 already for Andrew Leff. Wow, man, you're a real winner. So he made some loose allegation that Alibaba was being treated unfairly by Wall Street, and that Alibaba was the most shorted stock. After reviewing Wall Street Journal, it indicated that they weren't even on the top 50 of the most shorted stocks. So I don't know exactly where he's getting his data. Maybe he's getting his data from like printed encyclopedias or whatever. I don't know. April 9th, he released another short call on, if I'm pronouncing it properly, Heilang Education. It's a company out in China, and he was absolutely short with them, indicating that they'd be out of business. He has a few different claims. First claim is that they were using an underwriter by the name of Longfin, who had some legal problems in the past. That was a little shady. Second reason was they had actually been going through a lot of CEO changes or CFO changes. I think they encountered 3 different CFOs in 2 years, which I would agree that does look a little off. I don't know why there's so many changes to that structure. The third reason was they had changed auditors after the first one had indicated some weaknesses within the business. And the fourth one was transferring of money to a third party, majority owned by HLG, Heilang Education. So definitely some red flags. I think this is the one that we're going to have to wait. We don't know yet. Maybe in 6 months, when I do my next report in December, we'll be able to see if Heilang Education is still in existence. Let's take a look. Just to add to that, he claimed that he's had been a champion of identifying companies who do things illegally, especially with Chinese companies. Um, but we have to remember that he was the one that was banned in Hong Kong. He was the one that was banned since 2016 from even operating over there because of stock manipulation. Which raises the question is, so if he's manipulating stocks there, which most people would regard Asia as having looser standards and just questionable standards, I would have thought that he would have been banned here by now, given the fact that this guy time and time again just makes allegations time and time again over companies without actually having facts. None of them ever come to fruition. How many times has he said that SEC is investigating? How many times has he said that companies are going to get sued and then just never do? Wow, that is just amazing. So April 2nd, Wayfair, he references Scott Galloway, an NYU professor, who indicated that he predicted that in 2018 Wayfair would crash and would be worth only 10 measly dollars. And so, quote unquote, he says it's no secret to Citron readers that we believe that Wayfair business model is a piece of unsustainable shit, is what he said. So Citron suggested that the price would be below $30 at the end of 2018. We'll have to wait for that since we're halfway there. His allegations were increased costs, intensified competition, strained relationships with Facebook. Second claim was Wayfair stopped selling Trump paraphernalia, therefore Trump will make them pay. So I don't know. I mean, just some ridiculous allegations. At the time of the report, it was $62. As of today, June 4th, 2018, price target was at $98. So Scott, you were wrong, and Andrew Leff, you're on your way to being wrong again. So you're now, you know what? I'm going to give you that other Highline education. So you're 1 for 3, 1 for 4. I'm sorry, which is still atrocious. You're 25% right. Well, we got more to do. Shopify. Yes. He ended up double downing on Shopify again March 26th. I think he went a third round and got into some Twitter war with somebody. But who argues on Twitter? I mean, who does that? Well, we already know who does that, but you know what I mean. It was more redundant. So March 26th, he shorts amidst of this whole debacle of Facebook and data information, which is interesting because even though Facebook was at the center of all this, he never shorted Facebook. He never even came out with a negative report on Facebook, even though they were the center of attention. Instead, he attacks two bystanders. He attacked Twitter, and then he attacks Shopify, which is interesting. Isn't that interesting that you wouldn't go after the main culprit? Maybe because he's long on Facebook. Maybe because him and Zuckerberg are good pals. Maybe that's the reason why he never bothered to short him. That's very interesting, by the way. Anyhow, so he says that Shopify would trade back immediately to $100, was trading at $136 the day of the report, and a few weeks later it had dropped as low as $116. So never made it to that price target of $100. So sorry guys, we weren't able to get in cheaper than that. But for some, we got in the 117s, 119s, 120s. It was trading sideways for a very long time while we endured that whole Facebook debacle. And then a couple other people shorted the stock as well. But you know what? Shopify is a madman. You just can't stop it. So he claimed that Facebook was our number one source for our growth, which is a lie. That our unholy relationship with Facebook had been going on for years. We partnered up with them in 2016. I mean, it was a couple years ago. Relax. He claims that Facebook had been releasing and spilling detailed information to other Shopify business owners, information like where he travels, his political views, and his sexual orientation. I mean, I don't give a damn about either of them. But I mean, if he's concerned about his sexual orientation, I mean, the guy should probably go see a therapist and go learn how to get past that. So, anyways, today's price target was at 156. My prediction, it'll probably still go up tomorrow. Jesus have mercy. This guy's now 1 for 5. You suck, dude. You suck. Like the more you short, the more you're wrong. It's like just give it up, dude. I mean, you're a has-been. You were right on a few calls, and now you've just been like striking out, like not only on stocks but in real life. So my guess is that something has fundamentally changed with the way he collects his data. Something has fundamentally changed the way that he operates. It sounds like he has a vendetta towards some stocks. I think he even challenged NVDA to a challenge that if their stock was below a set amount, he donated to some type of cause. I mean, the guy's an attention whore, who never buttons his top button. I mean, it's so all in all, for June of 2018, as of now, the guy is 1 for 5. 1 for 5, guys. And so my prediction is that he'll probably short Shopify again right around, maybe our next release or right prior to the release where there's that quiet period that everybody loves. He'll probably short a few other stocks. And by December of 2016, we'll be able to reaffirm whether he was right on Highling and whatever else he's on. Well, his most recent love affair is with Snap, I think. He's saying that they're worth 17 and really they're only at 10 and that they're a buyout candidate. I mean, this dude is bananas. He's going to say Enron's coming back. So ride the waves. When he attacks, just know that the stock is going to go down because there's a bunch of banana head followers that will do whatever he says. And then when that happens, just add. Just add once it dips. He's doing you a favor in actuality. He's allowing you to get back into the stock that you like at a lower price. So thank you, Andrew Leff, for your moranicity. So, see you guys on Stock Twits. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to email me. Take care.